Hello, I'm Dr. Many Minds and welcome to this mini adventure today, in which you will learn that you are already a master in using hypnotic communication, and with a few shifts in how you filter language, you will save yourself quantum leaps in time and effort is pattern acquisition, or in other words, you won't need to spend so much time learning isolated language patterns as you have used them or heard them many times before. So now on with the learning. First of all, there is nothing in hypnotic communications that you don't already know, and because of that then was you get used to that idea. All you really then need is a few specific filters in place to turn you into a better conversational hypnotist. Your first filter is having an awareness of how language makes our subjective processes shift and change when we use specific language forms. The next filter after awareness is attention. And as you pay attention here, you can notice in this time and space the sensations you are noticing, maybe warmth, coolness, tension or relaxation. That is within our body-mind. We can also call this, when we apply it to the outside with others, calibration. So we have awareness and attention as our first two filters. So now we will attend our awareness to an important key in all hypnotic communication. Purpose or intention, which is a different way to say the same thing, is the driving force which opens up and creates the language forms we are aiming to achieve. Once we have a purpose or intention, this sets a direction and frames for the language we will be using in creating a set of generative outputs. The last filter for this time is personal congruence. After going through a transformational learning, we have to test it in a number of ways and at a number of levels: emotional and cognitive, logical, and through a series of plausible what-ifs. We have to test the integration in a holistic way. So we have an alignment in the body-mind to make sure everything sits well, and so we can make a series of adjustments along the way, and have the transformation become a natural and easy set of shifts in consciousness. So now we have the filters of awareness, attentions, purpose or intention, and personal congruence in place. It's time for a mini learning adventure in learning trances. We have been talking for a very long time, and sometimes we make statements and sometimes we ask questions, and it's in this learning on the inside that questions on the inside will open us up to new ideas and new ways in the way we learn conversational hypnosis. You see, you have been doing this in one form or another from the beginning. From that time when you was very young. You see, there have been times and places where you asked questions and you got answers. And sometimes you made statements and got results in a variety of ways, some small, some bigger, and some life-changing. Yet it all comes down to words, and the way language changes and landscape on the inside so the outside become a brighter place to be. So it's with this awareness of attention, and paying attention to the details, inside and outside the maps of plausible ways to consider what happens when we just pay attention to making learning easy and having the intention of purpose to align the concept of personal congruence as that way of being in the world is about choice then. Having the intention to allow transformation happen in part by itself and in part by design, and it's in the design that the generative loop lives inside, and as you only go through times and places where good healthy memories live, you can list on the inside all the time and places where you got a smile and a yes. And the yes could be for little things or bigger things, yet is was where you used language and both words and actions and got the results, and as you apply that already learned way to the filters of change, awareness, attention, purpose or intention, then personal congruence, you will notice in the minutes, hours, days, and weeks to come as a shift in consciousness will begin, and being able to use hypnotic language in new and useful ways will be as natural and as normal as breathing, and you will be mindful of the ways the landscapes of consciousness shift and change in the right ways that make sense in all your senses. In and through time and time again, like breathing in new ideas, you can take these ideas in the way that allows you to use them in only the ways that you're open to. Now as you notice this, which is going to make a shift in the way we are processing and talking with you. So as I ask you to ask yourself this question, what you are aware of. What are you paying attention to? And as you consider that, which you will keep in mind for a little while. If you was in your best learning state, how would you be holding your posture? And I invite you to go there into that best learning state and posture now from there. What are you now aware of and paying attention to? And if you was to invite yourself to revisit this best state for learning, more and more over the coming days, how would you know you had done it over and over again? So it becomes easy and natural for this best learning state to be with you when you want and need it, just like breathing fully, it's there when you need it. And this is how we do learning with trances. This has been a learning adventure with me, Dr. Many Minds, created by Jay Budzinski.